Oh, cool. A desert temple. I haven't seen one of these in a while. There's no way people still fall for this trap, right? Oh, no. Oops. Well, since we accidentally blew up the desert temple, let's actually transform this thing to something way bigger and way cooler. So instead of destroying this and building a new temple on top of it, I'm just gonna build one all the way over here beside it. Let's start building a giant frame. And I'm also gonna build some super cool things inside this transformed temple, like an underground civilization and much, much more. And this seems like a pretty good size. So for the foundation, I want to build some little sections like this with some stairs. If I can find a crafting... Hey, I did bring a crafting table. Let's just fly over here to this convenient village and yoink one of their crafting tables. Let's make some stairs and some slabs. So let's design the wall something like this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And to fill in these insides, I want to use some andesite, which I didn't bring either. Bruh, I'm like over 4,000 blocks away from home. Let's just go back to the basics and go mine for some here. Oh no. Run. Well, that should be enough. Now let's finish up the frame on every single side. And fill it in with andesite. And there we go. I might have collected a little too much andesite, but it's looking... Oh, wait. I didn't finish yet. There we go. And the whole thing is looking pretty cool so far. But this is just the beginning. But now let's actually destroy part of this wall and start working on a very fancy staircase. And to make this entire thing more grandish or cooler, I guess, I want the staircase to gradually go upwards, because the longer the staircase, the richer you are. It's just simple science. And now for the painful process of filling in the entire floor. Please subscribe. Now the next step is to actually transform the desert temple right on top of this platform. And I'm planning on using some sandstone, obviously, some red concrete for the pillars, and maybe a little touch of oak wood. That's a block palette I'm going for. I hate cactuses. You guys need to disappear from the face of the earth. So let's start with the easiest block to get, which is some sand. Oh. Anyways, epic sand mining montage. And now I can just turn all of this into some sandstone like that. And easy peasy. Psych. That's why I have this unlimited... What? Oh, there we go. This should be enough sandstone. And now for some red concrete. Oh, here we go. Let's... Bruh. Yeah, I don't think that's enough concrete. So let's fly over here and grab some red concrete from the mountains. This is so easy. I could just spend a few minutes collecting some red concrete. It's been an hour. And I think I went a little overkill on the red concrete. Oh, man. And last but not least, let's grab some, give me a second, some oak wood. Yeah. So I first want to start out by building the pillars. I'm going to start the first pillar here, I think would be decent. And they're going to be 3x3 pillars like this and go all the way up to the sky. Let's build another one over on this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam. And I actually don't really like that at all. I'm sort of eyeing down 3 pillars instead of 2. I feel like it will look better. And yeah, I like that a lot more. I also added some sandstone on the bottom so I can come in and add some nice stairs like this. So it makes it look a little more grand, because I really want to transform the old boring desert temple into something really nice and fancy. Now let's add a few more stairs to this. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just right click a few times and hopefully it turns out looking nice. Let's take a look and yep. I like that. I think this area is a little too stale, so maybe upside down stair would look all right. Adds a little bit of depth. And I also don't really like the bottom. Let's remove that and add this. Now let's finish it up with some stairs. Not stairs, walls. Let's also grab my oak planks and craft some fences and place them on top of the walls. And there we go. I actually really like how that looks. It looks nicely rigid and supportive for a giant pillar. That was probably the most un-Minecraft thing I've ever said. Anyways, with the design locked in, I started working on all of the front pillars to get a good idea on how the temple will look. Oh. Hello. Wow, your trades are amazing. You deserve to live a beautiful life. in the darkness because you suck. And this is the reveal. I'm really liking how this is coming so far. Like, look at that poop. What is that? This is already looking way better. So I carried on that excitement, started working on the rest of the pillars. And trust me when I say this, there were a lot of pillars to build. So I built all the pillars, but I kind of got lazy and didn't add any of these details. It's just so repetitive. Could I just please leave it like this? Like, come on. It's just so painful. All of the pillars are pretty short though, kind of like me. So let's grab some more red concrete and let's start extending all of these pillars. So the pillars are still a little bit shorter than I wanted to be, but not to worry. I'm going to come here and do the same thing I did at the bottom, which is put some sandstone to increase the height a little bit. Instead of doing the same design with the sandstone down there, I'm actually going to use some oak planks to change it up a little bit. Let's craft some stairs and some slabs and do a little design like sleep. And do a little arc design kind of thing. Oh. Okay, that's pretty hard. There we go. Let's make my life easier and fill up the pillars with some sandstone first. So now I don't really know how this wood design will go. I kind of want to start with a nice arc that connects both pillars together. So let's first start with some slabs and kind of just connect them like that. Maybe I'll replace this bottom one with a stair like so. And also make this top part arc a little bit like that. That's not bad. Now I just need to connect every single pillar. Before I start working on the front part of this pillar to make it look better, I'm actually going to extend these pillars up even higher, just a few blocks so there's a bit of room, and then connect all of the pillars up like this. That way I know how much space I can work with. And right in the middle, let's change it to slabs actually, so it looks like there's another arc. Yeah, that looks way better. And finally, I can take all of my wood and start designing the front of this thing. So I sort of want this to look like there's spikes coming out of this, you know what I mean? Let's just make one little point like this. Let's put some stairs like that and maybe make it point once more on top here. I'm really struggling here, guys. Yeah, I'll take it. Let's do that same design on every single pillar and see how it looks. Oh my. This is so challenging. There we go. No need to stress. Minecraft is fun. And there we go. It's not looking too bad. It's kind of odd, but yeah. I do feel like the face of all of these little diamond things are a little plain. So if I come here and just right in the middle, I think a glowstone and a trapdoor will look pretty cool. So I gotta fly all the way back. Nice. That wasn't hard at all, just to add one small little detail. Oh my. Okay, I'm not complaining. Let's now take my sandstone and build a border all around this temple. And this will be the transitioning into the roof. Oh, bro. All right, so for the roof design, I want to use some more red terracotta and some sandstone walls. Let's bring this layer up one more and make it 2 blocks wide. And my plan is to line up a bunch of walls kind of like this, so it looks like a jail cell or something similar. Yeah, perfect. And put some red terracotta behind it. And this should help give it some height. Nice. I like it. Let's do that all around the temple. I actually really like how this looks. It adds a bit of height to the temple. And now from this point onwards, it would just be the rooftop I'm going to be building. And that's going to be a pretty simple triangle design that roofs usually look like, I guess. Okay, that triangle looks way too small. Let's break all of this and let's actually replace it with some stairs. Maybe it will look better if the triangle rooftop was a little tall. I'm just worried it will look too tall. Oh my, that's hideous. Yeah, this roof design will break mirrors if it saw itself in it. Okay, I think I finally came up with a design and shape I like. It's still a little wonky though. So we're gonna cover it up with some blocks later like this to add some cool points or something. But let's finish up this entire rooftop, which will take me a pretty long time. Now let's start working on the design in the middle, which will stand a little bit taller and include the roof. Bruh, is that what I think it is? On my rooftop? Are you serious? This temple is so big, they're spawning on the roof. Get down. Go, 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 go. Oh. Their family had to watch that. All right, that's looking really good. I really like this middle part thing I designed. I don't even know what it is, but it looks cool. Now I just need to fill in these other parts of the roof, and I kind of turned this entire temple into a mob farm. Please go away. No, please don't blow. Please don't blow. Please don't blow. Go away, go away. Okay, I'm not even gonna deal with that. I'm not even gonna deal with that. Let's fill in all the gaps in the roof and start with a design. There we go. This entire temple already took me 3 full days to build and over 2 entire double chests of sandstone. And this is just a start. We're not even halfway done. So I went to AFK my sand duper for an hour and filled up shulker boxes full of sand. And now with all this sandstone, we should be ready to build the walls of the temple. So for the walls, it's just gonna be normal sandstone or cut sandstone. Please, please leave me alone. Away, you stinky green thing. So I'm planning on using some cut sandstone for the walls, and then I'll make some cool design with regular sandstone. I feel like I should move the wall back a bit, which means I need to build another 3 pillars. And there we go. Another layer of pillars were added. That was really painful. You probably can't even tell because they're all starting to look the same. But for the walls of the temple, let's start with a flat wall made out of cut stone. So I could leave the walls like this if I wanted to, but I'm going to try to give it a little bit of a design. So right here, let's just put down some stairs and make a little triangle that connects together like so. And a little bit lower, I'll make another weird shape that I'll try to make look cool. And down here, let's put some chisel stone, some stairs, slabs, and some sandstone walls going all the way up, connecting to this. That was a pretty random design, so let's see how it looks. It looks all right. I don't like that top part that much. Let's just replace this bottom with a slab. Ah, there we go. That's a little bit of texture to the wall. Now we just need to do this exact thing on every single wall. That's gonna be painful. And it was. But I'm not really gonna decorate much inside this desert temple because I don't really know what to add. But if we go back to this boring old desert temple, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to re-record that. I just can't talk. There's not much in here except this trap and this weird shape that leads to some loot and some TNT. So I'm gonna replicate this but make it bigger and better inside this temple. Let's first start by filling up this empty space with some very simple pillars that replicates the original desert temple. And there we go. That takes up the empty space. But the pillars would be pretty pointless if it didn't have a roof to hold. Oh. Bam. Yeah, first try, baby. Now I gotta remove the evidence, bro. We'll just leave it up there and it'll probably bother some people. It's like a giant pimple on the roof. But before we start working on the underground civilization and everything, I want to build a throne right here with a king standing on it, or I guess sitting. Because you sit in a throne. So let's go collect a bunch of materials for this because it's gonna take a lot. Some of the blocks that I need are gold blocks. Oh, that's not enough gold. Luckily, I built myself a gold factory. Yeah, I still can't get over how crazy this thing is. I need some white wool. Some diorite. Wait a second. I don't need diorite. I need another white block that looks like diorite. Aha, that's what I need. Not amethyst, but I need calcite. The most useless block in the game is finally being used for something. I need a bit of granite, some coal blocks, maybe enough. Yeah, let's just roll with it and pray it's enough. And lastly, some diamonds. I'm guessing I will only need 2 diamond blocks. So now that I have all the materials that I need, let's first start working on the throne, and it's gonna be made out of gold blocks. There we go. That's a really boring and simple throne. But wow, yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna build a pretty nice dude king guy standing or sitting on it. Let's first work on the general shape of my man's legs. There we go. Oh god, this is not gonna be good. I think I'm gonna replace some of these blocks with some calcite just to change up the texture a little bit, mainly on these edges here. And I think I'm good with that. Let's continue working on his legs, then move up to his torso. All right, now let's start working on the head. I'm gonna use some granite for this guy. So let's make some slabs and a few stairs. Let's put a block, some slabs, and bring up his face. Now let's break these ones on the sides and replace it with some stairs. stairs, and that would be the eye sockets. Yeah. And it kind of looks like a pig nose now. Yeah, Technoblade never dies. Now on the sides, I'll just use some white wool. Start working on the king's hat. And finally, a diamond in the middle. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. The eyes are kind of just empty and his mouth part. So let's fly all the way home. Oh god. Let's come in here and grab 2 redstone torches and let's craft a banner. That looks like his nose now. He looks like a villager. I want it 1 block lower. There we go. He has a beard, and let's just break into his face for a second. Don't mind me. We're just doing a little bit of plastic surgery. Let's cover this up with some granite. Put some redstone torches right there and stitch up his face again. And now it looks like he has some red evil eyes with a beard, and it looks really good other than these guys. That guy just phase cloned me. There we go. While building the desert temple was going great, everything changed when this happened. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Please, please, no. No, Minecraft, what? Yup, my hardcore world corrupted. I don't know why Minecraft does this, but randomly, when I try to log into my hardcore world, I will get stuck on this screen, the loading terrain screen. This is basically a blue screen of Minecraft. This means my world corrupted and I lost all of my progress. Yeah, I was pretty devastated. Motherfucker. I tried everything on the internet that doesn't require cheating to fix this, but nothing was working. At this point, I thought I lost everything in my hardcore world. And after some thinking on what to do, I realized this isn't fair. I didn't actually die in Minecraft, and the Cookie Army on Twitter wasn't happy. And a few of them convinced me to just cheat the world back. So that is exactly what I did. So I started playing around with the world files and managed to log back into my world. I spawned in my chest room and everything seemed normal. All of my builds were still here, and even my desert temple I was working on. Oh my god, thank god. The only problem I noticed was everything in my inventory was different. I lost everything I had previously and kept what I had in my inventory on the last episode when I made my backup. So this is where I started cheating. I went into creative mode and trashed the shulker boxes that I already owned and spawned in all of the blocks that I already owned before my world corrupted. I then restarted my game, and this is exactly where I left off. So next up, let's start working on the underground and hidden civilization right in the middle here. And I want to replicate what the normal desert temple has, like right here, the star thingy, but just make it bigger over here. I don't have a lot of space to work with, so I'll try my best. I just need to fly all the way back to get the right terracotta color. Wait, there's literally terracotta right here. I was saving like 10 minutes of flying. And by the way, since I'm using the old backup world inventory stuff, my durability did change. Everything has mending, so the durability doesn't really matter. I hope you guys aren't too mad at me for cheating, but it wasn't my fault. Please. Thank you, Cookie Army. Thank you for understanding. I'm sorry. I feel guilty. There we go. This side is kind of hidden underneath the throne. It's not actually hidden, but let's just pretend it is. Now I just need some purple. So now I actually need to fly home. And there we go. So the secret entrance I want to make is going to be right in the middle here. And I want some pistons to kind of reveal this. And then it will lead to a giant hole underneath here, which will lead to a giant room down here. This is where I'm going to build the secret civilization, the tombstones, and a few more cool things. So now I need to go back to grab redstone and pistons and all that. Oh, all right, let's start building this redstone door. And there we go. That was pretty simple. Now I want to hide a button somewhere near this throne, so let's put a button right here, have it connect to some redstone, and this will connect to the redstone door. Let's cover this up and let's give it a test. You right click this, please open. Oh my god, it opens and it closes. There's not a lot of time, so I gotta run. Come on. Okay, I didn't suffocate, but I'm kind of uncomfortable. Let's slow it down just a touch. Now, if I right click it, there should be a little delay and it gives me time to run in here and jump in the hole. Then it immediately closes. That is pretty cool. Now I just need to clear out this entire area so there's room to build the civilization. Yep, that was pretty painful and it's still not deep enough. I still need to mine a little bit deeper to build some Egyptian dudes or whatever they're called. Now let's start working on this little hub down here. And right over here, I want to add a piston door again and have it made out of gold blocks, and one on this side as well. And one of these doors will lead us into the secret civilization, and one of them will lead us into like a burial tombstone site. Let's quickly build the redstone doors. And there we go. We got ourselves a piston door. It was pretty simple. I'm not sure why the gold plates aren't working. I think it's because you need items. A weight limit. I totally forgot how these work. What? Oh, there we go. Wait, I don't know, but I'm going to change them to some stone pressure plates. There we go. Let's first start working on the burial site, which will be this door right here. Let's build a giant wall and dig deeper into the ground. Now let's go grab some more materials. Luckily, we got a bunch of sandstone for mining out that entire area. And let's turn a bunch of that into some stairs. And now let's build a staircase up. And bam, 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 bam. And now to fill up this... Bruh, I need to go fix that. That's gonna kill me. Yeet. Pop, pop. Oh my god, I'm the best gamer in the world. But to fill in this empty space, I'm gonna build some statues. So let's grab my granite, my diorite, some gold blocks, some other materials, and get to work. Hey, that looks pretty good. I like it. The arms are a little short. I don't think I finished it. Let's bring her down a little bit and give her a gold bracelet. Or it could be a guy. I have no idea. I did not create her. Well, I guess I did, but it's not the same, you know? Now let's build 3 more of these. And all 4 of these guys or girls or others will be the guards of the dead king. Just don't ask me who this guy is then, because he's also a king. And now right in the middle over here, let's build a tombstone. It will be made out of gold. Let's add some cool stairs to it like this, some chiseled blocks, and maybe a cool border around it. Now let's add some cool flames. And there we go. Let's call him King Charles VI. That sounds like a very white name that doesn't match at all. But anyways, that makes the burial chamber complete. It's a little spooky in here, so let me out, please. Now let's start working on the secret hidden village. We're gonna have to do the same exact thing as that side and build a giant stone brick box. So bam. They're gonna be pretty simple villages, just a little bit upgraded. So let's start with a pillar right here. Let's then use some cut sandstone and then some smooth stone. There we go. Okay, this house is ginormous. I don't have that much space to work with. Let's just make it a little smaller. Now let's use some granite for the rooftop and some jungle wood to fill it in. Let's throw down a door. And there we go. The first village house. I just need to add some windows. And I totally forgot windows. Nice. Now let's build a few more. So let's fill all of these windows in and build some paths to the villages. And now for the challenging part is moving villagers into here. I have no idea where the closest village is. I'm sure I could just bust through here. Oh god, why? Why? Let me ride you away. Wait. Okay. Oh, I forgot there's a village right there. That makes my life so easy. Okay, let's fly home and get some rails. Let's connect it up to the desert village. Get in the minecart, buddy. Time to ride the Cookie Bender 4000. Whee! Yeah, off he goes into prison. Get in, bro. Please, somebody just get in the minecart. Yes, he voluntarily did it. Yay! Yes, go into the dungeon. Welcome, my friend. Whee! You're the last one. And there we go. We got villagers inside the brand new secret village. So now when I click this button, it opens this little secret gate inside the middle. I can enter here and go to the secret tomb of young Charles VI, I think his name was. Or I can go this way and go into the secret village. And that is how I transformed this boring old desert temple into this and hardcore Minecraft. Hope you guys enjoy. Make some memories with your friends and families, and goodbye. Out.